the morphin grid, connected all together, all life, across the multiverse. Good and evil, yin and yang. The grid calls for heroes and villains alike to fill the roles. Welcome to Universe 19, my fellow grid travelers. Welcome to the town of Blessington, new home to Hayley, the former owner of the Cyber Cafe in Reefside. When the peaceful city comes under attack by the evil lord of the cyber realm, Hayley forms a new team of heroes, the Power Rangers Cyber Force.
Chapter 10, Showdown, Part 1. Justin turns off the screen. He was talking to Jason Lee Scott, the Red Ultra Ranger, on. He turns to find his fellow Cyber Force Rangers staring at him. What? Justin asks, looking very confused. Mikhail steps forward and looks Justin dead in the eyes. Dude, you've been holding out on us. What are you talking about? Justin asks. You've been able to contact the Ultra Rangers this whole time and never told us? Mikhail demanded, a slight hint of humor in his voice. Huh? Justin states, looking very dumbfounded. The others all burst out into laughter. Chill, man. We're just joking with you. But seriously, we did not know you could call the senseis, Xander says. Well, yeah, we all can. After all, we are all tapped into the morphing grid, Justin explains. The what now? Izzy asks. Oh, man, that's right. Hayley was going to tell you guys about the morphing grid, Justin states. Stignet paces back and forth in front of his throne. Cesar and Konakovia are pinned to a wall by an unseen force. Stignet turns and looks at his two generals and smiles, seeing the look of pain on their face. Why? I want one of you to tell me why I do not have the Earth Realm under my thumb yet. Cesar and Konakovia try to answer, but the force that was pinning them to the wall was too great and they could not speak. Just then, a dark portal opens and out of it walks Nagalord, the ruler of the Dark Dimension, and the sworn enemy of the Ultra Rangers, and Nephthys, the Blue Royal Ranger. Nagalord looks over at the two generals and raises an eyebrow. I see I am not the only one with incompetent generals. Nagalord, what are you doing here? Stignet demands, and as he speaks, the whole castle shakes. Cut the theatrics, little false king, Nagalord says with a look of superiority on his face. Stignet's normal white face turns a bright red in anger. How dare you! I am king of this realm! Stignet shouts, glaring at Nagalord. Cesar and Konakovia fall to the floor, free from the force. They crawl over next to Stignet and bow down to him. How dare I? How dare I? You forget your place, Stignet. I have more power in my finger than you do in your whole body. I know that you stole this kingdom from your brother, and that you had your whole family executed. Unlike you, my power is genuine, Nagalord shouts, and this time the whole realm trembles. As all this was happening, Nephthys had been watching the two so-called lords. She starts typing on her morpher, and a small image of an amalgamation of Finster and Alpha 5 appears on her screen. She whispers into the morpher. Alright, Finster 5, it's time you showed your gratitude for me, saving you from that piece of trash Draken. I am at your command, Lady Nephthys, Finster 5 answers. I want you to drain the energy of everyone in the room, Nephthys orders. Lady Nephthys, that is dark energy. I don't know what it will do to the Ranger power you acquired in the future timeline, Finster 5 protested. I don't care. I need the power for my plan, and you are going to take it for me, Nephthys shouts. This, however, catches the attention of Nagalord and Stignet. Now, Finster 5! Do it! She shouts, and thrusts her wrist with the morpher on it into the air. As you command, my lady, Finster 5 says, and the royal morpher starts to glow, a navy blue light, and the energy starts to drain out of Nagalord, Stignet, Cesar, and Konakovia. Nephthys cries out in pain and grasps her wrist. Power level is now at 35%, Finster 5 states. Nagalord drops to one knee. Nephthys, you treacherous witch! What are you doing? You fool! You think just because you have all this power you can lord over us humans? You're wrong! I am going to prove it, Nephthys cries out. Stignet also falls to his knees, but as he does, he slams his hand onto the ground. Lines of computer code start to spill out of his hands, and it circles Nephthys and Nagalord. This is my kingdom. I will not let it fall. Some flesh bag human. The code shoots up off the ground and covers Nephthys and Nagalord in a shell. There is a flash of black light, and the shell is gone. Slowly, Stignet stands up. Master, where did you send them? Cesar asks. Away from here. That is all that matters, Stignet says and walks over, sitting on his throne. Elsewhere in the cyber realm, in a small village, there is an old rundown church. Inside that church sits Hayley, Violet, and Fred. Fred leans back on the preacher's pulpit and is glaring at Violet and Hayley. Don't mind him. He is just in a grumpy mood, Violet says with a soft smile. I am in a grumpy mood because I finally become a Power Ranger, and it happens to be on a team with a bunch of newbies, Fred retorts. You're Fred Coleman, right? Hayley asks. Fred looks a little taken aback, but then he just nods. You're the young man that helped the Rangers during the Ivan Ooze attack. Tommy Oliver told me all about you, and FYI, you're a newbie also. Yeah, well, whatever, Fred snaps and crosses his arms. Spoken like a true teenager with attitude. Hayley giggles, as does Violet. What's the plan here, Princess? Fred asks, a tinge of attitude still in his voice. Princess? Hayley asks. I really wish Fred would not call me that, Violet says. Why? You are the princess of this realm, are you not? Fred asks. Yes, but you know my uncle also thinks I am dead, so you running around calling me princess is not going to help anything, Violet answers. Hold on. Uncle? Hayley asks, jumping to her feet. See what you've done? I am sorry, Hayley. This is not how I wanted to introduce myself to you. Violet stands up. I am Violet Mignonette Cyberaldi, and yes, I am the princess of the cyber realm. You have already met my uncle Stignet, Violet says and gives a small curtsy. Hayley drops back down to the pew she was sitting on. Whoa. I know it's a lot, but as you also have already seen, I am a Power Ranger too, Violet says, sitting next to Hayley again. See, I don't get that. I mean, yes, I made the Cybermorphers, and also, yes, I have a blueprint for 2 more, but I have not built them yet, Hayley says. The Silver Morphing Master came to us and told us we are needed and gave our morphers to us, Fred says. Silver, you say? Hayley asks, looking confused. Is there something wrong? Violet asks. No, I mean, I don't really know. I know there are morphing masters for red, black, blue, pink, yellow, and green, but I have never heard of a silver master, Hayley tells him. Outside the church, there is a crashing sound, and people can be heard screaming. Fred kicks off the pew and runs over, looking out one of the broken windows. Girls, we may have a huge problem. The 2 girls exchange a look of worry and run over next to Fred. Outside, Nephthys stands over Nagalord. Her morpher glows with an eerie glow as the last bit of energy seeps out of Nagalord and right into Nephthys. Nagalord's body starts to glow and crack. There is a burst of dark light, and where Nagalord once was laying, now lays a young Altiran. Nephthys looks down at him and smirks. Oh, I see. So it is you. There were rumors in Draken's camp that he took something from Zordon, but I would have never guessed it was Zordon's younger brother. Hayley lets out a small gasp. Nephthys turns towards the church and smiles. I see you in there. Come on out, little rangers. Nephthys snaps her fingers, and the church disintegrates, revealing Fred, Violet, and Hayley. Hayley, I told you I have a question for you, and now I'm getting my answer one way or another. She slowly starts walking towards the 3. Back in the command center in Angel Grove, the Ultra Rangers and their new friend get ready to depart for Blessington and the Cyber Realm. Billy, do you have the scanner? Jason asks. Billy holds up a small device that looks like a cell phone. Affirmative. Billy tucks it into a blue backpack and puts it on.
Is all this gear really necessary?
Mark asks. Yes, we are walking into an unknown realm that is under the control of a dark force. We are going there looking for one human, so the scanner is kind of key, Trini explains.
Oh, you and Billy make such a great team. It reminds me of Samantha and Jordan.
Mark says with a catch in his throat. Hayley and Kim lay a soft hand on Mark's shoulder. So, we just strolling into Blessington, or are we going in style? Cece asks. I just love the way you think. Zach smirks and winks at Cece. We will teleport to the museum, and from there, team up with the Cyberforce Rangers. Then, we will head to the Cyber Realm, Jason says firmly. All the other Rangers nod. Rangers, be careful, please, Shinon says. Ay, 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 ay. Come home safe, Rangers, Alpha cries out. Rangers, let the power protect you, Thordon says. Let's do this, team, Jason says. All the Ultra Rangers place their fingers on a button on their communicator. Mark timidly holds up his hand.
I don't have a way to teleport without morphing.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. Billy digs into his backpack and pulls out a communicator. It looks exactly like Jason's, but with one big difference. On the face of the communicator, there was a white cross. I made this for you when you had to teleport back to the house by holding onto Jason's arm. Mark takes the communicator with a shocked look.
Bloody hell, thanks, Billy. Hold on, mate. When did you have time to make this?
He slips it on his wrist. Oh, I did it when you were at the house with Jason and Tommy. It was not that hard. It's just one of Rocky's old communicators I modified for your needs, Billy answers.
So, when you were searching for Hayley, you also found the time to make me this?
Mark asks. That's our Billy for you, Trini says, giving Billy a loving smile. Okay then, Jason smirks and nods. Let's try this again. Let's do this! Everyone pushes their teleportation button on their communicator, and in a colorful flash of light, are teleported out of the command center. The Ultra Rangers and Mark teleport into the back room of the museum, where they are greeted by the Cyberforce Rangers. There were hugs and fist bumps, and a few high fives. We thank you guys for coming to help us, Justin says. Of course, Kim replies.
So, these are the Cyberforce Rangers.
Mark asks. Oh, how rude of us, Hayley declares. Yes, this is Mikhail Neatman, the red Cyberforce Ranger, Xander Neatman, the black Cyberforce Ranger, Justin Stewart, the blue Cyberforce Ranger, Angelique Neatman, the pink Cyberforce Ranger, Izzy Hart, the yellow Cyberforce Ranger, and last but not least, Ruthie, the green Cyberforce Ranger. She points to each one of them. They wave, and Cyberforce, this is Mark, the red Cornish Ranger, she adds. Mark gives a slight bow.
Greetings, all.
It's nice to see another Red Ranger, Kyle states. So, I don't want to sound mean, but do we have a plan? Xander asks. Just as he finishes the sentence, there was a loud banging sound outside. I don't know about you, little dude, but we're gonna go check that out, Zach says as the Ultra Rangers and Mark run for the front door. All 15 Rangers run outside, and in the center of Town Square floats the blue Royal Ranger, covered in a dark, evil energy. Laying at her feet is the gold and purple Cyberforce Ranger and an Altean. She holds Hayley by the throat out in front of her. This is the last time I will ask you nicely. Where is Adam Park? Nephthys demands. That doesn't look very nice to us, Xander says.
Let her go!
Mark shouts. Nephthys slowly turns and looks at the group of Rangers. Mark, I see you found your way to me once again.
This time is going to be the last time, Nephthys.
Mark yells. Nephthys forms a dark ball of energy in her free hand and throws it at all the Rangers. They all dive out of the way as the blast hits the ground and blows it to pieces. Guys, I don't think she's going to listen to any of us, Izzy says. Hey, J-Man, you got the time? Zach asks. Jason steps out in front of all the Rangers.
It's morphing time!
Green Leviathan. Silver Finra.
White Phoenix!
Black Chimera.
Pink Griffin.
Blue Kraken.
Yellow Pegahorn.
Red Dragon!
Colonel Bisficken! As the energy surged around Mark, a red suit appeared and his morpher found its place on his belt. A gold shield materialized with the Cornish crest at its heart. A sleek black helmet with a white crossbow visor appeared on his head.
Scan DNA.
Mikhail waves his hand over his morpher and it begins to glow red.
Cybercharge.
Mikhail slams his hand onto his morpher and he is transformed into the red Cyber Ranger.
Scan DNA.
Xander waves his hand over his morpher and it begins to glow black.
Cyber Charge.
He slams his hand onto his morpher and in a flash of black light is transformed into the Black Cyber Ranger.
Scan DNA.
Justin waves his hand over his morpher and it begins to glow blue.
Cybercharge.
He slams his hand down on his morpher, and in a flash of blue light, he is transformed into the Blue Cyber Ranger.
Scan DNA.
Angelique waves her hand over her morpher and it begins to glow pink.
Cybercharge.
She places her hand on her morpher and she is morphed into the pink Cyber Ranger.
Scan DNA.
Izzy waves her hand over her morpher and it begins to glow yellow.
Cybercharge.
She slams her hand down on her morpher and is transformed into the yellow Cyber Ranger.
Scan DNA.
Ruthie waves her hand over her morpher and it begins to glow green.
Cybercharge.
She then slams her hand onto her morpher and in a green flash of light, she is transformed into the green Cyber Ranger. The Rangers all drop into their fighting stance. You're kidding me, right? Who invited the Rainbow Squad? Nephthys demands.
This ends now. You will pay for what you bloody did to my team.
Red Cornish Rangers shout and runs in attacking Nephthys. Oh yes, how are the Power Rangers Britannia doing nowadays? Nephthys giggles. Oh, yeah, that's right. She lets out an evil laugh. The Red Cornish Ranger and jumps into the air and does a flying sidekick right at her. Nephthys giggles and bats him away with a flick of her wrist. Mark! The Red Ultra Ranger yells. What's the plan, Boss Man? Red Cyber Ranger asks, looking at the Red Ultra Ranger. Boss Man? I love it, Black Ultra Ranger chuckles. Not the most appropriate time for jokes, Green Cyber Ranger says. Okay, Rangers, here's what's going to happen. Zach, Cece, Xander, and Izzy, I want you to get your teammate clear in the Altean, Red Ultra Ranger orders. To be fair, I would not call them teammates, Black Cyber Ranger retorts. Fine. Get the gold and purple Cyber Ranger and the Altean clear. Tommy, I want you to take Justin, Kim, and Angelique to go check on Mark. If he needs med-aid, get him back to the command center. If he doesn't, get him back into this fight. The rest of us, take her down. The Red Ultra Ranger assigns and then points at Nephthys. All the Rangers nod and split up, heading off on their assigned tasks. Red Ultra Ranger and Red Cyber Ranger summon their swords and run in, slashing at Nephthys. She throws up her hands and the two swords hit a invisible force field. As she does this, she drops Hayley. The two Red Rangers jump back as the Green Ultra Ranger draws her dagger and throws it at Nephthys. At the same time, Green Cyber Ranger summons her crossbow and fires at Nephthys. Nephthys just dodges out of the way of the flying dragon dagger and stops the arrow inches in front of her helmet. As the other Rangers keep Nephthys busy, Black Cyber Ranger scoops up the unconscious Purple Cyber Ranger. Black Ultra Ranger throws the knocked out Gold Cyber Ranger over his shoulder. The Silver Ultra Ranger grabs the arm of Brohan and starts dragging him away. The Yellow Cyber Ranger helps Hayley to her feet, and after she throws one of Hayley's arms over her shoulder, they run away. We're all clear, Jason! Silver Ultra Ranger shouts. White and Pink Ultra Ranger with Blue and Pink Cyber Ranger run up to the other Rangers with the Red Cornish Ranger next to them. All the Rangers regroup. Xander, you can put me down, hun, Purple Cyber Ranger says. The Black Cyber Ranger jolts a little in surprise and puts her down. You know my name? Black Cyber Ranger asks. The Purple Cyber Ranger removes her helmet. I know all of your names. I am Violet. It is an honor to finally meet all of you, she says. Zach, I am not a sack of potatoes, the Gold Ranger says. The Black Ultra Ranger drops him on his butt. Ouch, man. I know that voice, White Ultra Ranger says. You should, Tommy, Gold Cyber Ranger says, removing his helmet also. Fred? White, Pink, and Blue Ultra Rangers shout. Hey guys, Fred says and gives a shy smile with a small wave. I have so many questions, Red Cyber Ranger says. There is no time for that, Mikhail. I will take Brohan and head for base. You guys need to deal with Nephthys. She is superpowered with the dark energy of Negalord, Halen explains. Did you say Brohan? As in Zordon and Sheenon's little brother? Pink Ultra Ranger shouts. One and the same, Hayley answers. Hayley, go. We will deal with her, but we really need to talk, White Ultra Ranger says. Hayley nods and drags Brohan off with her. So, what's the plan now? Red Cyber Ranger asks, and Purple and Gold Ranger put their helmets back on. Same as before, Blue Ultra Ranger says in a very matter-of-fact tone. And what was that? Gold Cyber Ranger asked.
Put Nephthys down!
The Red Cornish Ranger yells, and all 17 Rangers turn and look at Nephthys and drop into their fighting stance again. To be continued in Ultra Ranger.
This episode was adapted from Power Rangers Universe 19 podcast, produced by Cosplay Dude 637.